if the Champions League had only clubs from 2 countries participate and it was a head-to-head competition? Well, today, guys, that's exactly what we got. Because it's the Champions League, but it's England versus Germany. How will we determine the clubs that participate in this England versus Germany Champions League? Well, we're gonna take the top 8 clubs from each league as of January 12th, 2024. And if the club is currently in the top 8, they qualify. But before we start the video, can you please do me a favor, guys, and hit the like button for me? I would really appreciate it. And if you are new around here, welcome to the home of fairy tale runs. Please hit the subscribe button for me with the little noti bell. That does a lot for me. It really does. I would really appreciate that as well. Let's go. It is Germany versus England in a Champions League. And from the Premier League, we have Liverpool, who's in first. They qualify. Aston Villa in second with Unai Emery. They're also in. Manchester City is in third. They are in. Arsenal in fourth. Tottenham in fifth. West Ham in sixth place. Brighton and Hove Albion in seventh. And to round off the top 8, it is none other than Manchester United. Unfortunately, Newcastle and Chelsea and Wolves and Bournemouth, they all miss out. They're just not in the top 8 currently. And from the German Bundesliga, we have Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen, who's in first place. They qualify. Bayern Munich, of course, they're in with Harry Kane. A surprising VfB Stuttgart will be participating in this England versus Germany Champions League because they're having an absolute wonder of a season in Germany. Leipzig is in 4th, Borussia Dortmund in 5th, Frankfurt is in 6th, Hoffenheim is in 7th, and to round off the top 8 of the clubs that will be participating from Germany, it is Freiburg. Heidenheim, Wolfsburg, Augsburg, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, they all miss out. But now we have to seed all the 16 clubs into 4 groups of 4, and of course we're gonna do it via the wheel. But actually I should say via the wheels because there's 2. If we place all the 16 clubs onto one wheel, we might get a group of 4 Premier League clubs or a group of 4 Bundesliga clubs, and we absolutely do not want that happening. So each group will be even and will consist of 2 Premier League clubs and 2 Bundesliga clubs. That way English clubs and German clubs can battle it out in the group stage matches instead of possibly waiting to face each other later on in the tournament. We want them to start playing against one another right away. So let's find our first Premier League club for Group A. Who is it going to be? These groups are going to be absolute deadly, and we have Aston Villa that's going into Group A. And the second Premier League club that's joining Aston Villa in Group A, will it be Arsenal or Manchester City? It will be Arsenal. And now, of course, we need 2 Bundesliga clubs to go into Group A. Let's find the first Bundesliga club that's joining Aston Villa and Arsenal. It is Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen. This group is already absolute mad. And the second Bundesliga club to join Group A, is it Stuttgart or Bayern Munich? Oh my gosh, it is Bayern Munich. I think Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich will progress out of this group, and Aston Villa and Arsenal will be left in the dust. We have Group A. Let's find the first Premier League club for Group B, and it will be Brighton and Hove Albion. Which second Premier League side is joining Brighton and Hove Albion in Group B? It's Tottenham. Tottenham, they're going into Group B. Now we need 2 German Bundesliga sides for Group B, and the first club will be RB Leipzig. I told you these groups are going to be insane. So we got Brighton, Tottenham, and RB Leipzig in Group B, and the last German club that's going in there is VfB Stuttgart. They're probably not the favorites here. 2 groups down, 2 to go. Looking for our first Premier League club for Group C, and it will be Manchester City. And which other Premier League club is going in a group with Manchester City? I would feel bad for them. It's gonna be Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. Oh my gosh. This group is turning into the group of death, guys. Let's find our first Bundesliga club for Group C. It better not be Borussia Dortmund. It's Borussia Dortmund. Okay, this group is definitely the group of death, but we still need 1 more Bundesliga side for Group C. Which club is it gonna be? It's gonna be Hoffenheim. This is for sure the group of death, guys. But I feel extremely bad for Hoffenheim because I don't think they're getting out of this one. For Group D, there are only 4 clubs left, 2 Premier League sides and 2 Bundesliga sides, and the 2 Premier League clubs that are going into Group D are West Ham United, Manchester United. They will be in Group D facing off against each other, but they will also be joined by 2 Bundesliga clubs that are remaining on the wheel, and that is SC Freiburg, and of course the last one is Eintracht Frankfurt. So we have West Ham, Manchester, Freiburg, and Frankfurt in the same group, and I really don't know who's the favorite. You would think it's Manchester United, maybe West Ham, or maybe Frankfurt can do some damage, and Freiburg, you can't underestimate them. Group D is probably pretty even all across the board. So we got our 4 groups, guys. All the 16 clubs have been seeded. Let me know down in the comments before we go to the end of the group stage matches who you think will advance. Who do you think will go to the final. Who do you think will win the final? Will it be an English club? Will it be a German club? Make your predictions down below. No cheating, no fast forwarding. If you are cheating, I will know. I promise you I will know. I have that type of power and skill. Let's go to the end of the group stage matches. Let the England versus Germany Champions League games begin. The group stage matches of our England versus Germany Champions League are over, guys. Who is going to the quarterfinals? My goodness, I have never seen results like this ever. We're gonna start with Group A, where I was completely correct with my predictions. It was Bayern Munich that topped the group on 16 points. They went undefeated. And second place went to Xabi Alonso and Granit Xhaka with Bayer Leverkusen. They went 2-2-2 on 8 points, so they claimed that second spot. But Arsenal, 0 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses, 4 points. They finished in third. Same thing with Aston Villa. They just couldn't compete. 0-3-3. They let in 15 goals, finished bottom of the group on 3 points. So Arsenal and Aston Villa, 2 English clubs, are eliminated. While in Group B, and this is where the shock results start to happen. Maybe Stuttgart heard me say that they couldn't compete in Group B, so they went and won Group B. Yeah, they actually went undefeated. 3 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses, 12 points. They topped the group, while RB Leipzig finished in second on 9 points, and Spurs and Brighton finished third and fourth. Another 2 English clubs eliminated and going home, while 2 Bundesliga sides are progressing. I did not see this coming. But in Group C, order was restored because it was Manchester City and Liverpool that came out ahead. 13 points for Manchester City. They went 4-1-1, while Liverpool, a close second right behind them, 3-2-1 on 11 points. Borussia Dortmund, they did win 2 matches, but they only finished on 6 points. While Hoffenheim, although they did win a match, they went 1-1-4. They only scored 6 goals in 6 matches and allowed 13. They finished bottom of the group on 4 points. So now in Group C, we have 2 English clubs progressing and 2 German sides are eliminated. And finally, in Group D, it will be one of each. Manchester United topped the group 4-1-1, probably expected to be competitive. 13 points for Manchester United. They're progressing to the quarterfinals. And second was Frankfurt. Eintracht Frankfurt, 3-1-2 on 10 points. West Ham, not very good. Only 5 points for West Ham out of this group. They couldn't compete with Frankfurt and Freiburg and Manchester United. And Freiburg, bottom of the group, 1, 2, and 3. The same thing as West Ham. Not competitive enough. 5 points, just like West Ham. They were actually in the same Europa League group, I believe, West Ham and Freiburg. So they're both eliminated. So the quarterfinals of our England versus Germany Champions League are looking like this. There's only 3 English clubs remaining in Manchester United, Man City, and Liverpool, and 5 Bundesliga sides remaining. It will be Manchester United taking on Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen, while Bayern Munich will take on their German counterpart, Eintracht Frankfurt. Manchester City will have a tough time against RB Leipzig, I would say. And then Stuttgart, the fairy tale Stuttgart, will have their hands full with Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Will Stuttgart be able to continue their fairy tale journey? We're gonna have to see. Let's go to the end of the quarterfinals. Our quarterfinals are done, guys, and we have some absolutely ridiculous results. It wouldn't be a Tsar FC video if we didn't have that, right? So let's start with Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso versus Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. Well, Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso absolutely destroyed Manchester United. 3-0 in the second leg, 5-1 on aggregate overall. Manchester United is out in the quarterfinals. The second quarterfinal was Bayern Munich taking on Eintracht Frankfurt, and it was very close. It was decided by 1 goal in the aggregate, but it was Bayern Munich and Harry Kane that progressed 3-2 on aggregate. It was very close. Eintracht Frankfurt kept it extremely competitive, which is nice to see, but they are going home in the quarters. The third quarterfinal, it was Manchester City versus RB Leipzig. And remember how I said RB Leipzig may be able to give Manchester City a tough time? Well, they definitely did give Manchester City a very tough time. The aggregate was 3-2, and I can tell you that it was not for Manchester City. Yeah, Manchester City lost to RB Leipzig 3-2 on aggregate. The first leg, it was won by RB Leipzig 3-1, surprisingly. Manchester City in the second leg, they won it, but only won it 1-0. They couldn't catch up, so Man City is eliminated in the quarterfinals, and RB Leipzig is going to be in the semis. And then finally, we come to the fairy tale story of VfB Stuttgart versus Liverpool. They kept it very close with Liverpool. They did. But unfortunately, Stuttgart, they couldn't score a goal against Liverpool. They lost the first leg 1-0, and then they lost the second leg 2-0. But either way, still a very respectable performance, even though they're going home and eliminated. So our semifinals, the last 4, it will be Xabi Alonso with Bayer Leverkusen versus Harry Kane and Bayern Munich. That will be a massive fixture. And then it will be RB Leipzig, who shocked the world by beating Manchester City. They will take on Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. We usually go to the final results, but I want to stop it after leg 1, guys, in the semifinals because it's all up for grabs. Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen. After leg 1, the aggregate is 2-2. It's anyone's game in leg 2. And the first leg between Liverpool and RB Leipzig, Liverpool won it, but they only won it 2-1. So again, it's up for grabs in the second leg. Anyone can win it. Both of the second legs of the semifinals are over, guys. Who will be the 2 teams that will be going into our final? The first semifinal, Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen. Remember that the first leg, it was 2-2. And I can tell you that the second leg, it was decided by 1 goal. It was 2-1. And Xabi Alonso magic, guys. Yeah, Xabi Alonso magic. Bayer Leverkusen won the second leg 2-1, 4-3 on aggregate. Xabi Alonso, Granit Xhaka, shocker. It is a shocker. Granit Xhaka and Victor Boniface, they are going to the England versus Germany final. And the second fixture between Liverpool and RB Leipzig, it was very close once again, just like Bayern Munich versus Liverpool. RB Leipzig, they are eliminated. 3-2 on aggregate. They drew the second leg 1-1. It was as close as it comes, but Jurgen Klopp is progressing, which means our England versus Germany Champions League final, it will be Xabi Alonso with Bayer Leverkusen versus Jurgen Kloppo and Liverpool. I love how this final turned out. We have 1 German club, 1 English club, probably both clubs that maybe not meant to be there because Bayern Munich is in the competition, Manchester City in the competition, but here we are. It's Bayer versus Liverpool. Welcome to the Arena of Schalke. That's where the final will be between England and Germany. Liverpool versus Bayer Leverkusen for all the Champions League glory. Here we go. Liverpool is in their red. Bayer Leverkusen is, of course, in their white. The Barmania kits. Wirtz, another very promising player. Grimaldo, having a fantastic season for Bayer Leverkusen, but he is interrupted and intercepted by another player who's having a fantastic season at Liverpool, and that is Trent Alexander-Arnold. And another player that's having a fantastic season, that is Mohamed Salah. But Tapsoba and Wirtz are there. Darwin is there to collect it. Darwin, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Liverpool pressing for a goal. Can they get one here before halftime? 31 minutes. Jones, anything. Who is gonna shoot? Salah, no! He's fouled! Is that a foul? Is that a foul? I am not sure. I don't know if that's a foul by Kosunu. Let's check it out. Oh, that is a flop in the Champions League final, guys. That is a flop by Mohamed Salah. And he will come up and take this penalty kick. Will Liverpool go up 1-0 or will Hradecky save it? No, he will not. And Liverpool will take the lead from Mohamed Salah's flop. Guys, it was a flop. That was not a penalty. Oh boy, drama and controversy in a Champions League final. Who would have thought, right? We're approaching halftime. It is 1-0 Liverpool on a controversial penalty call, as halftime is called. But Bayer Leverkusen isn't, they're not showing too much going forward, so that's gonna have to change in the second half. Second half underway as Salah's 34th minute penalty kick still stands as the lone goal here. Liverpool is covering nicely. They're not letting Bayer Leverkusen progress too much higher up the field. You can see that. Oh, and now Kosunu almost gave it away to Nunez. Inside to Grimaldo. Grimaldo going forward. Boniface holding on, muscling people off the ball. Palacios. Virgil van Dijk. A big rock in the back for Liverpool. From Hoffman to Boniface. Inside to Palacios. Palacios in the box. Is there a cross? No, he laid off to Hoffman. Hoffman! 1-1! It's 1-1! And Bayer Leverkusen will not celebrate. They'll just pick up the ball. Hoffman will equalize for Bayer Leverkusen in this final. They gave him too much space. Robertson couldn't close down, and Alisson could not save it from there. And Klopp is not happy. Mr. Kloppo is disappointed. It's all equal. Virgil van Dijk. To McAllister, back to Van Dijk, 85 minutes in. Jones on the ball. Maybe one last attack for Liverpool. 86 minutes. McAllister holding on to the ball. Gets around the defender. Plays it into the midfield to Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Jones. Jones. Nice outlook back to Darwin. Maybe there's something here. Szoboszlai. No. Intercepted by Frimpong. Hradecky will collect. and it looks like we may be going to extra time, and we are. First half of extra time, guys. What a match here so far. It's going right to the wire. England versus Germany. One English club, one German club. Couldn't be decided after 90 minutes. Frimpong will collect. He'll get around Jones and play it to Xhaka into the midfield to Boniface to Patrick Schick. Out wide to Palacios. Palacios holding on. Palacios carrying. Grimaldo. Wirtz. We're in stoppage time of the first half of extra time. And Konate does excellent in the back for Liverpool, and that will be the end of the first half of extra time. Nothing doing. The last 15 minutes, guys, here we go. If nothing is solved, we go to penalties for England versus Germany. Xhaka to Ta. Again, they're just playing triangles here, and they intercepted the ball. Liverpool intercepted the ball. Can they go forward? Will we see more of Xabi Alonso's magic, or will we see the experience of Jurgen Klopp under pressure? There's really not much time left. This is it. This has been a very, very boring second half, but maybe here. Schick. Boniface. Yeah, Adli going forward. One last attack for Bayer Leverkusen in the closing moments. Yeah, Adli. Trent does excellent again. For me, Liverpool's man of the match has been Trent Alexander-Arnold. Several key defensive tackles in the back, and we are going to a penalty shootout. Both managers, both coaches discussing with their starting 11, with their squad, who will be the penalty kick takers. Here we go. Bayer Leverkusen, Tapsoba versus Alisson. Alisson makes the save. Hradecky versus McAllister. And McAllister buries it. 1-0 for Liverpool. Hofmann versus Alisson, the goal scorer. Alisson almost got there. 1-1. Salah. Can he give Liverpool the lead? He can. It's 2-1 Liverpool. Boniface versus Alisson. Alisson again almost got there. 2-2. Hradecky versus Darwin. Darwin buries it. Makes no mistake. 3-2 for Liverpool. Adli versus Alisson. It is 3-3. 3-3. Diaz versus Hradecky. Oh, Hradecky could have saved that, but it is 4-3 Liverpool. And granted, Xhaka has to score this. If Alisson saves this, Liverpool wins the England versus Germany Champions League. Xhaka. Alisson. It is. Granted, Xhaka ties it up. It all comes down to this. Hradecky needs to save this from Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk versus Lucas Hradecky to send it into extra penalty kicks. Will it happen? Yes, it will! Oh my! Schick versus Alisson. And Alisson saves it! And Hradecky needs to save again. No, wait. Liverpool has to score. And Hradecky needs to save, yes. Drama! Jones versus Hradecky. Oh my gosh, they saved it again! Wirtz versus Alisson. I can't even keep track anymore. Wirtz scores. If Hradecky saves this from Elliott, if Hradecky saves this, this would be the greatest penalty kick shootout comeback in the history of football. Elliott, Hradecky. Not this time. Liverpool ties it up. Grimaldo versus Alisson. It is 5-5. It is 6-5 for Bayern Munich. Bayer Leverkusen, my gosh. Trent versus Hradecky. Again, if Hradecky saves this, Bayer Leverkusen wins. My gosh! What have we witnessed? Have you ever seen anything like this? In the most dramatic fashion, Bayer Leverkusen and Lucas Hradecky pull off an unbelievable victory. Unbelievable. I am at a loss for words. I have never witnessed drama like this with penalties ever in any FC24 or FIFA match ever, guys. Bayer Leverkusen complete the comeback. They were down 1-0. They got a goal in the 73rd minute. They went to extra time. They went to penalties. They were down in penalties. And Lucas Hradecky, the captain who's lifting the trophy, is the hero for Bayer Leverkusen. And Bayer Leverkusen are crowned champions. Well, I'm at a loss for words. I really don't have much else to say except wow. That was everything that we wanted and hoped for and even more. Congratulations, Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen. What an unbelievable performance. You have to also give it to Liverpool as well. And you know what? We'll also mention Stuttgart, because Stuttgart wasn't supposed to progress out of their group, but they did. They lost in the quarterfinals, but they progressed out of their group when it was probably impossible. As always, my friends, friends, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this final was just crazy. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see on the channel. If you have any other cool ideas, please make sure to comment them down below. Also, let me know, we're doing this with 16 clubs right now. Should we increase it to maybe 32 clubs? We could do England versus Spain. We can do Spain versus Germany. We can do Italy versus France. We can do England versus Italy. England versus France. France versus Spain. There's so many different possibilities, so many options. We can even include the Dutch league. We can include the Belgian league. We can include any other league in these types of videos. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Always keep smiling. And I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel. All right. Peace, 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 peace. Wow.